Hey guys, I'm going to show you where to get unique items in Oblivion Remastered a lot of people missed. And keep watching until the end because I'm saving the most powerful weapon for last. The first weapon in this video is located out at sea. Yeah, quite unbelievably, you have to go to the middle of the ocean to find this weapon, but don't worry, you will be on a pirate ship, so you don't really have to get your feet wet. Now, to kick off this quest, you want to go to the Imperial City waterfronts and then look for the bloated float inn. Speak to the owner here, who is a lovely, charming individual, and he will offer you a bed. Now, go down into the lower deck and sleep in your bed for 1 hour. Now, when you wake up, something very interesting has happened. The boat or the inn has now sailed out to sea and it's been taken over by a gang of pirates. What you have to then do is take out all of the pirates in turn, and then the last one will drop a key. This key is going to open the cabin, and inside you'll find the gang leader, who is Celine. Celine has the Blackwater blade. Now this is the unique blade that you can get from this quest, and it's amazing. 6,500 it costs. But that's not all, because it also has a really good effect called Absorb Fatigue on strike. Now what this does, essentially, it transfers fatigue from the victim to you, so it wearies the victim and invigorates you. The blade is also capable of harming and taking out spectral enemies such as ghosts and wisps, even when its enchantment is completely spent. Now you notice I did kill Celine here for the blade, but if you're playing on a pacifist playthrough, you can actually get the blade in your possession without harming her at all. So let's reload and I'll show you how you can do that. All you have to do is convince her through the right answers that she should hand herself in and completely surrender. So these are the exact answers you want to give to her. And when you do this correctly, she will hand herself in and then be taken off to the Imperial City prison. Now, there's something interesting here because apparently you can actually get your hands on a duplicate Blackwater blade, ending up with 2 of the blades in your possession. To do that, what you have to do is first get her to surrender peacefully just by answering these questions, as I said. And then after this, the quest will kind of end and she'll be taken off to the prison. But pay a visit to the prison after the quest ends and you can actually get another one of the blades. So what you want to do is select visit a prisoner from this jailer and then select it again, and what he'll actually do is walk away, leaving you to go down into the prison alone. Normally he will accompany you so you can't get up to any illegal activities, but if you select visit a prisoner again, he'll actually just leave so you can do what you want down in the jail. Now according to the wiki, it says a duplicate Blackwater blade can be acquired if you don't kill Celine. This can be done by visiting her jail and then enraging her. She will pull out her Blackwater blade and attack the hero, which can be looted after she's killed. This doesn't appear to be the case because when she dies, all that's on her are these rags, and who needs those? So I think the wiki is going off the original Oblivion because it doesn't appear that she actually carries the second Blackwater blade. But hey, we got the first one. I guess that's all we need. On to the next weapon now, and this one is a completely ridiculous weapon. But before we get to that, if you are enjoying the video, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. Okay, this one is called the Truncheon of Submission, and I'm convinced the devs just put this in as a joke weapon because it's almost completely useless, but it is really fun to use. So what this is, it gives you the ability to damage an opponent's fatigue. It doesn't damage their health. In fact, it actually restores them. So when you strike an enemy, it makes them healthier. It just makes them fall over again and again. They'll just flop on the ground in ragdoll mode until their fatigue starts to recover. So why would you want this weapon? Well, there are 2 reasons actually. The first is because when you keep hitting an enemy that can't die, you'll just be leveling up your blunt over and over. So it's really good to have an enemy that can't die because you can just use them as a punching bag essentially. The other reason you would want this weapon is if you are trying to kill an enemy, it's a really good opportunity to, when they're on the ground, whip out another more damaging weapon and then use that and exploit this opening window to damage them properly. So yeah, strike them with a Truncheon of Submission, pull out an actually damaging weapon and then you can attack them like that. So yeah, the Truncheon of Submission, it's kind of an acquired taste, but it is completely unique, and if you want your hands on it, here is where to get it. It's actually really easy. All you have to do is go to Anvil, go to the Anvil main gates, and then from here you want to go to a shop. Now this shop is called Morvin's shop. Make sure it's day, you don't want to get caught trespassing, and then go talk to the owner Morvin, and he's going to sell you the Truncheon of Submission. Now it is quite pricey, I will say that. So what happens if you don't have the gold to afford the Truncheon of Submission? Well, let's go see how much it is. Yeah, 5,377. So if you want to knock a few gold off this, what I do is have a magical spell that you could use. This is called the Best Prices spell. It's a custom spell, and it gives you Fortify Personality, Fortify Mercantile, and Charm on target. So these three effects together will help you get the best price possible. Now, Mercantile isn't that good to get discounts at stores. This is more for people who want to invest in stores, but the Charm is really useful because when you cast this and you charm your target, you can raise their disposition to 100, and this gives you the best haggling option. So now when we go and haggle, we can go around about here. You can't actually go up to all the way to the end of the bar, but if you leave it around here, there you go, you've knocked off about 1,500 gold off the price of the Truncheon of Submission. Added to that, he really likes you, so you've made a friend as well. But anyway, that's how to get the Truncheon of Submission in Oblivion Remastered. This next entry in the video is more of an item than a weapon, but it has the potential to damage opponents and actually kill them, so I'm going to class it as a weapon. What you want to do is go to Umbacano Manor, which is located in Talos City Plaza, and you also want to bring an Ayleid statue with you. Now you can get these from Ayleid Ruins, so just make sure you have an Ayleid statue on you, and this means you can start the quest. Ultimately, after completing the quest you get from Umbacano Manor, you can get this item, which is such a good item to have, and also it looks really nice as well. So talk to Umbacano's servant here, show him the statue, and he'll lead you up to Umbacano, who runs this sort of museum of antiquities, and what he is a collector, and he just wants 10 Ayleid statues. So this kicks off the quest, The Collector. So what you have to do is do that quest, bring him 10 Ayleid statues from Ayleid Ruins, and then this starts another quest. The second quest is called Nothing You Can Possess. Again, Umbacano asks something of you, which is to retrieve an item for him, which he'll show you on the map with the quest Nothing You Can Possess. After that, it's the third and final quest, which is called Secrets of the Ayleids. And what happens in this one is Umbacano asks you to retrieve something called the Crown of the Ayleids. This is the item, and it's so good. So what this is a crown that does Fortify Alteration on self, Fortify Conjuration on self, but best of all, Reflect Spell on self, and this is absolutely incredible, and I'll tell you why. Reflect spells are quite rare in this game, and what happens is when you're getting attacked, you can see here the troll is attacking us, and this will just reflect the damage back at them, and they have the potential to just completely get taken out of any fight. Now what I've added to this to really optimize the reflect damage is I've got my mundane ring, which has another reflect spell effect on it, and that just stacks with the Ayleid crown that we just got. I've also got reflect damage from my necklace of swords and my escutcheon of coral. So essentially what I'm doing is walking around just tanking damage and reflecting that back at enemies and taking them out without ever swinging a blade. Onto the rock shatter now, and I love this rock shatter. It's basically a golden mace, but with a few really good benefits. Firstly, it's weightless, so don't worry about heaving around a really heavy weapon because this is completely weightless. Also, it cannot break, so you don't have to keep repairing it upon using it. That's also good. Now the effects of the rock shatter is shock damage on strike and weakness to shock on strike as well. So not only are you doing shock damage, this guy just went completely up in the air there, but you're also making opponents weaker to shock, increasing the effects further of this weapon. Now whenever I use it, for some reason, don't know if this applies to you, but enemies that I hit just sort of get launched up into the air. I don't know why. Maybe it's a glitch, or is this actually what this weapon does? I don't know, but if this is an actual intentional effect of this weapon, it might just be my favorite one. So to get this weapon for yourself, you want to go to Whitman Farm, and then you want to talk to the farmhand here, who's called Maver the Buxom. She is tending the crops by day, so talk to her and she'll start you off on this quest. The quest is called When the Vow Breaks, and what's happened is her husband has run off with a family heirloom, which is the rock shatter. So go to the fort, which is on your map, and then take out everyone outside. Loot their bodies on the floor because they have some pretty good stuff. They've got elven stuff, mithril, and potions of healing, which are going to come in really handy inside the fort. So go inside the fort, take out the husband, get the rock shatter, and you have a really, really solid weapon there. Okay, really quickly, I'm going to show you how to get 2 weapons from one location. This is in Cyrodiil in the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. Now, to go and find it is actually quite hidden, but you can either go through this door, this boarded up door to the abandoned house, or you can go round the back and there's a way in through the well. You do have to be in the Dark Brotherhood guild for this, so make sure you're in the guild. And once you are, go down into the quarters, so this is where everyone sleeps. And then go up to this NPC, and you'll find they have the short sword of the Inferno, and you can just go ahead and loot that while they're sleeping. So a completely free sword, and not only that, but it is on fire. Yes, a flaming sword. You can pickpocket one-handed short sword blade. So the effect of this is, as we can see, fire damage on strike. And I love fire weapons in the remaster because the effects when you're swinging these swords are so good. You can see the embers just emanating off fire, fire blades like this one. And I love it, especially in darkened interiors. Love this blade, but this isn't the only blade you can get from this exact location. Just feet away you can also get another blade, and it just so happens this one is also on fire, but it might be even better than this one. So what you want to do is go to the vendor. This is the Dark Brotherhood vendor, and he sells you another flaming sword. So go to bartering and then go down to Perdition's Wrath. This costs around 5,500 gold, so again it is quite pricey, but you can use the haggling tip that I showed you earlier to whittle about 1,000 gold off the asking price. Perdition's Wrath is gold, as you can see. It's an axe, two-handed battle axe, so this is going to be blunt damage, and this does fire damage on strike as well, but it's bigger and it's flamier. Look at that. So here's what kind of damage you're going to be doing with this battle axe. A bit slower, but way more powerful and does loads more damage. So there you go, 2 fire weapons you can get from one location from the Dark Brotherhood. Another weapon a lot of people missed in Oblivion Remastered. This is the Wit Splinter. Now the effects of this are Drain Intelligence on strike and Drain Magicka on strike. And the Wit Splinter has a unique form as well, so it kind of looks like an elven dagger, but it has different markings and engravings. Also a slightly shorter handle, looks more like a shiv actually, and the gold of the handle of the elven daggers, this is replaced with a red colour. So quite a unique form as well to go along with its weird name. Now to get your hands on the Wit Splinter, you want to go to Anvil and you're going to kick off a quest. This quest is called Siren of Deception. So to do this, go in this direction and you want to go into someone's house. So this is the house of Melonia and Gogan. So go upstairs, speak to Melonia, and she'll tell you about a female gang who's been harassing Anvil residents. Once she gives you this quest, the next stage of this quest is to go and ask the townsfolk about rumours. They'll start to mention the female gang, and they'll give you more information about this gang. Head to a tavern called the Flowing Bowl and wait for a woman to approach with an offer. After this, go to Rodwenn farm at the prearranged time that she tells you, and then you can confront the gang about their activities. Kill all of them, go back to Melona or Gogan, anyone works, and then you'll receive the Wit Splinter. The final weapon in this video might be the best one in the whole game. To get it, you want to go to Bothia's Shrine, which is located just south of Cyrodiil, and then you have to be level 20 to do this. So once you're level 20, bring the shrine an offering of a Daedra heart, and you can speak to the statue and you'll start the quest. This quest is actually really fun, and you can come away with about 50,000 in gold from the quest alone, not to mention the unique weapon as well. What they'll do is open a portal and then take you to a plane of Oblivion, where you're going to face off against a champion fighter from each race. So it is quite a grueling tournament, but it's full of goodies, not to mention that unique weapon. So for starters, you get this one, the Cuirass of the Pit Viper, which is a unique piece of armor. This is not even what we're searching for, but it's a unique armor piece. And what this gives you is resist poison on self. So this is really good just to have. And check out the price as well. About 5,000 gold you can get for this. So that's good. Each person you loot is going to have, you know, a stash of gold on them, really high level weapons and armor. But if you manage to do all of this, another portal opens, and then you can go back to the Shrine of Bothia and then claim your prize. What this prize is a sword called the Goldbrand. Now, a lot of people say, who the people who have this weapon, they say this is one of the best you can find in the game because it has massive damage and fast speed. It's a toss-up between this and the Umbra sword in terms of raw damage, but Goldbrand deals additional elemental damage that Umbra does not, so it can, you know, potentially outpace it in the long run. Goldbrand is really, really good, and not only that, but it's gold, which adds a little bit of extra value to this sword, and it's on fire, which, as mentioned, I love. Yes, I can't help killing people with this weapon. So good. And I like it because once you've done a shrine quest, even though you kill people, people around you still say, well done for completing this quest, and they don't even care. What you can do with that is just strike them dead, because everything's fine. The Daedra all love you, and they definitely approve. So that was how to get the Goldbrand in Oblivion Remastered, as well as a bunch of other unique weapons that I hope you're going to like. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video and you want more, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.